I like how we have the tag changes here out of this crew. So Yeti, Elo Poppy, Tetsuyan, Kepri, and Glowy Kara, who couldn't quite get on the Go train, or
I believe they were a last-minute
squad,
sub.
so they're sub. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I anticipated here. Okay, I gotta.
We got the Gengar.
What is going on with this Johnny Nam situation?
I don't know.
How?
Either way, I have to admit, I am devastated. Gengar is banned.
And Zeraora? Brother.
Add Zeraora. Zeraora does make sense in the realm of GoGo Esports. They absolutely love playing the Electric Cat. So not a huge shocker there, I guess, for diehard GoGo fans. But everybody else might be left scratching their heads a bit.
Okay, well, we led with Umbreon and Blissey, so two just good staple bedrocks of a team here for the Dream Eaters. On the other side, I love grabbing this Blaziken early. They've already got the Slowbro to kind of cut down on any shenanigans. So get just like best-in-class type Pokemon. Ceruledge back the other way. We did get to see a little bit out of it by Kersey last game, but I'd love to see more, so I'm happy Ravage locked that in.
Mm-hmm. We could lock in a Charizard on the GoGo side of things. That could still happen. It's not like there's anything that's too worried about on the other end. Reminder, though, this Blissey and Umbreon pick that we saw at the start of the draft, it's literally an evergreen selection for Orange side. I think Umbreon Blissey is just so incredibly strong in the early part of the draft, especially in second pick. And often when I see teams choose second pick, like we did for Dream Eaters, it often is landing on that spot. Final hover of the Pokemon pick is going to be the Mimikyu. Doomsnacks, how do you feel about Mimikyu these days?
Well, to be fair, we haven't gotten to see it too much in the competitive sense because it's often banned. So we'll see how it leverages here. If it can scrap, get ahead, it can really take over games. And I think they're providing a two-pronged approach are the Dream Eaters here between Ceruledge and this Mimikyu with great cover fire after the boost that Delphox just received. So I like their approach, and they've got, like I said, the bedrock of a good support and tank core in Umbreon and in Blissey, so they built themselves a pretty just straightforward, resilient squad.
Is that shit Ninja Doll Venusaur? All right, we're out here playing some games. All right, Doomsticks, this is gonna be fun.
Welcome to Pokemon Unite.
I like it. Slow Smoke Comfey, no surprise there. It is suboptimal. I'm such an X-Attacks Comfey believer. It's just wild. But here we go. We're jumping into that Slow Smoke era yet again. I want to see what the Ceruledge can accomplish first and foremost in this composition. They are running the X-Attack on the Ceruledge. It is what we have seen so commonly on this Pokemon. It feels like even after the buffs, this Pokemon's relevancy still does revolve around its Unite move. There are a lot of Pokemon in the game right now that are kind of based completely around their ultimate. Ceruledge does feel like one of those that it's like, hey, your other moves, solid, they're to keep you around, but what you really make a difference in the game is when you click that button. Having an X-Attack to just kind of all in on that strategy, a very, very good vouch.
GoGo Esports, Dream Eaters, game one. Let's get after it. We've got a lane Bulbasaur, so what I'm assuming is maybe a Talonflame swap once it levels up to make sure that the Venusaur is keeping parity as well. But this Ceruledge going straight into the top path.
Yeah, they're going to try to contend against a Blaziken that has a Comfey, no less. So that's going to be a very difficult option. Reminder, though, they got that Mimikyu, that natural counterplay to the Comfey. Always looks good.
Yeah, they're raining in a ton of damage, though. Eject button pulled out of the Torchic, which is at least a decent look. It's a good resource that they're able to clutch out. And, I mean, Chansey's secure with the big mitt is pretty decent. So they are looking to scrap, but it's going to be the Firebird that's rotating to the top path first.
Which Firebird are we referring to? It will be the Talonflame, I suppose, this time around, as we will have another Firebird very soon. And then Blizz can also cast Mimikyu with the big push already.
So the K-opener one way, we're getting it right back, but now Elo Poppy's going to go down, and so is the Comfey for that Boko deal. And Mimikyu looking strong early. Big shouts.
All right, low-key, Mimikyu, kind of like Gengar, all right? If you land your big initial combo, it's very, very difficult to win a matchup against the Mimikyu. Going with the Shadow Claw just for more HP restoration, Ceruledge and Mimikyu are going to be fantastic at that. So extended team fights in maybe traditional squishier Pokemon are going to be a part of the Dream Eaters comp.
Mimikyu's just wreaking havoc here, just going for more and more targets, and they get 2 more level 100. Gengar might need to change that gamer tag because they're on a tear, my friend.
Gengar level 100, but also Mimikyu level 100. Does that fit? I guess we'll find out. Good news is that the presence around top path has looked amazing for Dream Eaters. They've also been able to push some advantages on the bottom side. Delphox actually level 6, out-leveling the Venusaur on the other side, who is still stuck at level 5. Level 6 now, one that's still on the Ivysaur train.
Mimikyu gonna get everything for free in the middle, which bodes well because they are gigantic, almost level 9 already. It's tough to contend with that. Ceruledge quickly knocking out a Torchic. Zoinks, and we're under the 8-minute mark. This is insane.
Oh man, I mean, Dream Eaters have just put on so much pressure with this Mimikyu, so much so that player can just roll around with them on the Blissey. They can leave the Ceruledge completely alone. The level advantage, the power advantage is just so astronomical on the top side. Now the rest of the roster can just work as a unit, so leave Ceruledge on an island that they are very, very comfortable on.
I'll tell you what, wherever this Mimikyu goes, if the rest of the team follows, they're going to win this game. They really don't need to do much more than that. They're immediately going to flip. They're going to take the Swablu and Altaria, get most of it, of course. Great work by the Umbreon in the front line, and now they're just chucking all their firepower straight into the mix. Nice telekinesis on the Mimikyu, but no real follow-up to make a difference. And we've got to wish Umbreon to really help support these Pokemon.
Yeah, wish Umbreon, also the Blissey for support. So
What
much
is
healing.
happening up top? 3 players rinsed up top off screen. KO streak of 3 for the Ceruledge. That was pretty much hanging out by themselves with the Blissey. They're looking gargantuan. Ceruledge level 10, dude.
Double digits for Ravage. I mean, they're looking crazy right now. The Ceruledge so strong. That's going to be a Reggie on both bottom and top. We're looking at 196-0 right now. GoGo Esports struggling to find even a foothold in this matchup. Talonflame yet to hit a night. We finally have the Blaziken evolution, and Venusaur has at least hit level 8. They need to get some Unite moves, and they need it yesterday.
Mimikyu's going to be following in Ravage here. They pin the Slowbro. Ceruledge is right there. The eject over the wall. Ceruledge trying to get the follow-up. Solo. Big Solar Beam comes through. Blissey is on top of the Pokemon on top of the pad there, and they're going to do what they can. Mimikyu's still slicing everybody, and the whole team's going to go down. That is a quick ace. I got so brain garbled with my words because of just the destruction I was watching. Dream Eaters are actually eating dreams, making them turn into nightmares. GoGo Esports looking to go home.
Yeah, GoGo, they land that telekinesis on the Ceruledge, and I swear that Ceruledge was at 5 or 6 HP total. Like, they got it so extremely low, but they could not quite close the gap. And you let Ceruledge off the hook like that, the healing that we're going to have access to is just through the roof. Even more so when they got these defense buffs. It's kind of crazy. So, Ceruledge able to survive that engagement and then turn and burn. They absolutely KO everything on one side of the fight, where Delphox gets to work on the other. Mimikyu just there to shut down anybody they need to. Great work out of Dream Eater so far.
Yeah, and now you have a healing Pokemon that can support the Mimikyu, and one that can dedicate themselves to the Ceruledge, and then really pop their Unite moves whenever they want to find value. That's what they're doing. I mean, every time GoGo Esports moves across this map, it's a liability, because the Dream Eaters are there to cut them off. Another KO. Verdant Anger looked real big. Able to take care of the Blissey. They need action now. Mimikyu pops their Unite move. Solar Beam Bomb comes right back through. Can't quite get the Umbreon down, but the Mimikyu almost gets sorted out, flips the script on him because Ceruledge is there, and those two Pokemon right now are gargantuan. Mimikyu still scrapping, caught up in the telekinesis, but Delphox is there for the flamethrower support. Give them 2. Now they're just going to move through and take everything in the central area, because why not? They've taken everything else.
This level lead is just hurting so bad. We saw Blaziken overheat, lose Umbreon maybe a 7th of their health. Like, they were just walking it off. Absolutely no sweat, no danger. This team's level lead is getting, I mean, it's already out of hand. At this point, right now, Dream Eaters have locked up every single win condition outside of maybe a complete team-wide ace and a Rayquaza secure. GoGo Esports options have never been less than they are now.
Yeah, and that's with them not farming the central area, right? They've pretty much been treating GoGo Esports as just wild farm on the map. Just like, oh, they cross it, we'll hit 2 buttons. Easy KO. Like, Ceruledge engaging on 2, cuts off the flame sweep, just right in the middle, breaks down the street sweeper right in the middle of the road, and is able to get that and move on. Meanwhile, they're scoring a ton of points downstairs, 388 to Donut.
Okay, everybody in chat, I need you to remember that while you can't see us casting, you have to remember that Deucenex is in fact holding a tiny microphone, okay? So when the exciting moments happen, he gets all pumped up. You just have to imagine him holding on to a very itty-bitty microphone.
Might have to do like a picture-in-picture. Flame sweep straight into the wall, but gets a KO. Quickly eviscerated. KO Shriek a 2 for Venusaur. This is their signs of life. They need to get all this XP back. Mimikyu pops their Unite move, but they're so low you cannot let them convert. Yes, they knock them down. Ceruledge is still moving though, and they are grooving indeed. They're finding 3 targets. Venusaur gets 3, but they get buckled. Ceruledge on the chase, and they get slow, bro. KO Shriek a 4 for Ceruledge. Is it all 5? It feels like it is. Pento, baby.
Okay, remember, he's holding a tiny microphone. Okay, Ravage puts together the Penta, knocking on the door of level 15 as well. With these Pokemon, you mentioned the Blissey and the Umbreon can just solo pocket an individual Pokemon on their side. However, those 2 Pokemon you mentioned also have so much self-sustain. The Ceruledge and Mimikyu can heal off so much. Yeti is putting in unfathomable amounts of work on the damage front on this Venusaur, and it's still not enough. Like, they're landing Unites into Sludge Bomb Solar Beam combinations, and they just can't quite cut it.
No, nothing's cutting the mustard right now for GoGo Esports. They had a sign of life, and it was immediately slashed down by Ceruledge's 2 blades. We've got a Brave Bird straight in to get knocked out quickly. Comfy gets taken for the ride on that one. Ceruledge with another KO Shriek 2, because obviously Overheat does clutch it out. I was going to say, but they actually kind of went too early, and now they're getting converged on. Everybody's getting knocked out. Rayquaza is going to be on the map in 3 seconds. I don't think Dream Eaters cares. They don't even know that's an objective that they need to work towards. Comfy's running to the middle. What are you going to do, brother? And now the Talonflame is there too, but Dream Eaters know what's up. They're going straight for him. Look at this. The Blissey leading a charge. Umbreon finally getting in their pocket. They're actually ripping the Rayquaza. Who cares? And now it's all up into the Talonflame with a Brave Bird and a Prayer Play, but they're not going to get into the middle in time for this. Their Dream Eater's going to get it for free, and this game's an absolute wash.
Yeah, that mean look is going to prevent that Flame Sweep from going anywhere. Huge Unite from Ravage. Hits every single target that's within the swath of the blades. KO Streak of 3. Probably going to add a few more onto that. And that is a Rayquaza, a Team Wipe ace. And I mean, Dream Eaters absolutely rocking that game number 1.
We call that a clinic, my friend. Holy smokes. Okay, so Mimikyu, what are my thoughts? Pretty good when it gets ahead. Ceruledge, what are my thoughts? Pretty good when it gets ahead. And wow, were the Dream Eaters ahead.
That is so funny you say that, because I actually do think Mimikyu's pretty okay from behind, too. That's coming from a person who's basically been one-tricking this Pokemon in ranked over the last couple of seasons. I absolutely love Mimikyu, and Ceruledge is pretty fantastic so far, too. But, yeah, wow, what a showing. 888, which I just learned are called angel numbers, thanks to our co-host and Bridget last night. Did not know that that was a term. But all right, 35 seconds remaining into this matchup. Some would wonder why the clock's still ticking, as we have now hit 4 digits for Dream Eaters in game number 1.
Yes, but not the 4-digit lead, which is really just another level of pride here. Blaziken can try and cut that off as they're trying to stretch this out by just a frog hair to make sure that they don't get gapped by... Oh my god! That was one pot shot evisceration. We've got the Blizzards on Ceruledge. Why not? Who cares? More points going in, Verdant Anger, and the classic surrender at 3 seconds left.
That's my favorite thing. All right, so back to the drawing board after that game number 1. Similar shades to our series to start off the evening. Game 1, a pretty dominant victory. Who knows, maybe GoGo can find the bounce back in that game number 1, but let's just talk about what Dream Eaters were able to do well in that first game. Dupsnax to have such a mighty score. Obviously, that Mimikyu early was ridiculous, and my god, I thought that Luck was going to hold on to the KO record in Unite Mike's Mayhem, who I believe they had 22 KOs for the Meowscarada, ravaged with the 1-up with 25 knockouts on the Ceruledge.
We got to see the damage. We got to see the damage numbers. Gamma, give us the damage numbers here. 115K. Look at Yeti, though. God, really trying to put the team on their back, right?
That's what I'm saying.
They were hitting everything. Like, they were dotting this Dream Eater squad, and there was nothing that could work. Nothing that could work. I'll tell you what, this Comfy, it ain't it when you're 4 levels behind, my guy. Doesn't matter.
It's tough. Yeah, it's extremely tough. And I don't exactly know the seen in GoGo Esports camp, right? Obviously, Kara is the sub for tonight on the roster, so maybe just like unfamiliar with how the team wants to play. So Comfey a pretty easy support just to slide into any kind of composition. Either way, I imagine we'll be seeing something different in game number 2, whether it's in draft side. I would love to unleash the Gengar. I cannot believe we saw it banned away. That is criminal, but it is what it is. So that's totally fair.
That's kind of one thing we see with speedsters, and you know, I just said the Comfy because it just gets BOGO'd everywhere, right? When you're behind, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't have an impact that's really felt. But that's another thing with speedsters. If they get so far behind, you know, they're heavy engagers, you know, able to do big bursts of damage. But if they are behind and their big bursts of damage don't deliver knockouts, then you just engage to get sneezed on, and they get folded. And what are you doing? We saw that on cooldown with this Talonflame trying to make some magic happen for the team, trying to follow up on Yeti's engagements, but they were just getting taken out so quickly that it was, you know, it felt like a mosquito bite.
Yeah, I get on board with that. I mean, that was I think you said it at the end of the cast of that matchup. A clinic indeed.
Correct.
Fantastic work from G-Meters when they're not even playing their iconic Pokemon. But maybe we'll get more iconic Pokemon. Tetsuon is the reason the Zeraora was banned, by the way. I just want to remind everybody that is another wild ban that happened. We had Gengar and Zeraora taken out of this matchup. But we have a quick bathroom break coming in from the Dream Eaters. They were obviously very excited. So they're going to be just a couple of minutes until the next series. But that doesn't mean you can't throw your channel points towards the game number 2 chance. Make sure you get those points in. And Gamba. I did that one on purpose. It is a lot of fun. But man, what a crazy game. Ceruledge, was it 25, 26 KOs?
25 KOs.
Currently holding the record right now is Ravage.
Now, Peter says that Luck last week had 26 or 27.
Oh, was it? Okay.
I'm not a mathematician, so I don't really know where we ended up on that.
Okay. I'll look at the VOD later. I'll see. we'll compare
somebody will check that. Somebody will figure that out. That's no problem. Okay, so you are currently
ban removed. We are not going to Lutano rules them. It's okay.
So you are currently on the squad of GoGo Esports. You just had that game. And obviously, the best way to deal with a game like that is to not dwell on it and move on as if it never existed. How do they play this next game?
Let's change up the draft for sure. And let's just start there at this point. I think that is going to be the angle that I approach that at, but... All right, here we go. Let's see what these shakeups are going to be. GoGo, obviously, you got to shift up some of the thinking. Again, I am curious if we're going to go back to the Comfey. It might just be like the only option we feel like, but maybe something like more like an Eldegoss or a Hoopa might feel like it fits the bill a bit more. Maybe Clefable. We haven't seen any so far tonight, which I can't. Come on. Anyway,
no fun on Unite Mike's Mayhem. I hope if this goes to a game 3, they just form a gentleman's agreement that they let Zeraora and Gengar through, and that they agree to pick it last or something, so they can have like a normal draft up to that.
That does sound like something that would happen. But all right, the Mimikyu does receive a ban. That makes a lot of sense, and Slowbro can be first picked. I think that might be. I mean, that might be yet another Tetsuon option. Is the Blue Bear. Blue Bear's crazy right now. Like, it's genuinely so strong.
I'm glad to see it back. It's a very fun Pokemon to watch, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Gets a combo breaker. What other kind of Pokemon gets a combo breaker, you know? That's the best.
True. Very true.
All right, run it back. Yeah, we take that Ceruledge again 100 times out of 100. Please. Ravage, you got to lock that in. There it is. They're also going to grab the Blissey. Now, I like Blissey. It is a little tough into Umbreon. However, I don't think you want to give up the Blissey-Umbreon combination either, so I'm not mad about the support option at all. And you take out like one of the just more generic-looking supports. I like this pick.
Yeah, and right back the other way, we have Kara on Hoopa, which is a much more comfortable pick, in my opinion, than what they had going last game. So Now it's up to Kara to really make sure she's babysitting some of these players here.
For sure.
Because between this Pikachu and Cramorant, they can get cut down by a Ceruledge if they're stuck very, very easily.
Yeah, I'm with you. Ooh, I like Elo Poppy's Pikachu pick, by the way. A Pokemon that they just kind of keep buffing again and again and again. Like, at some point, we are going to hit the break point where Pikachu is crazy and Pikachu is giga broken. So I definitely think we could see some of this. Yeah, it's Pikachu top is what chat to say. I mean, it's all Elo Poppy right now. Tetsuyan grabbing the Greninja. That is a triple attacker composition from GoGo Esports into the Chandelure, Slowbro, Blissey, Venusaur. I mean, that is quite a bit of bulk to try to cut through. Attackers are well known for filling that role. I wouldn't exactly say Greninja and Pikachu are well known for filling that role, though.
Yeah, I'd agree. But you know what? Grip and rip. You just had a crazy last game. And although I said put it out of your mind, it is kind of tough to put that beat down completely out of your mind. We're not all slow bros with amnesia. We can't just fire that up to make ourselves feel better about our past here. So GoGo Esports locking in 3 attackers. Whatever. Just make it work. Have a good showing here. There's some good targets to collapse on. Just deliver, right? Just be on the comms, and if you engage, successfully knock down your target that you're going for.
Agreed. Dang, some good looks in terms of Hollowware. We have catched out for a lot of these looks, though. I mean, Slowbro, Hoopa, Pika, Greninja, and Cram. Sheesh. I mean, looking a little drippy these days. Always a big fan. Now, obviously, I mentioned how we have a triple attacker build for GoGo Esports. We also have a double attacker build for Dream Eater. So, not a foreign look, and I think that was one of the major notes that we could all take from the patch, is Timmy clearly thought that mages weren't strong enough and speedsters were a little too strong. We see a bunch of changes to give the benefit there, and now we're seeing even more Chandelure. One thing that I am not upset about, it is one of my favorite Pokemon to watch competitively. Here we go. Gengar level 100 is going to head to the bottom path, and this time, one of the Johnny Noms is going to go central.
Yeah, Johnny Noms one going mid, the other one trucking trailing, I believe, upstairs. Who knows? I don't. Whatever. It's all the same name. But now we've got Tetsuyan in the top path here with this poor little Froakie going to have to do the Lord's work if they want to get involved. Meanwhile, Elo Poppy going to go for a little bit of a subversion flank coming in like a submarine from downstairs.
Ooh, I like this. Red October Pikachu Ingage happening, but unfortunately, they all just run. That would have been way cooler if they did something cool when I said that cool line.
I agree completely. That was a solid line. Electro Ball always there for the secure, and even though somebody else got credit for it, I do enjoy Electro Ball. I think it's a great option out of Pikachu. Closes great KOs. Another secure tool. And another Pokemon that gets its Unite move on like epic cooldown. So even if you do get a bunch of players caught, you at least have something that can track and close the door on all the damage you just did.
Yeah, well, I agree with everything you say. I do like the other build of Pikachu better, but that is just from a gameplay standpoint, less of a competitive standpoint. Sure. Pikachu definitely looking great here. Johnny Noms Wilbur bringing the flamethrower to the battlefield, though, and not going to get the explosion damage that second time. Fortunately, the evolution iframe is going to prevent them from getting both of those targets.
Great work here by Kara to really screen for the other 2 players on GoGo Esports to make sure nobody gets knocked out. That could have been devastating if it happened, but not right now. Khepri going to peel back. They're taking a bunch of damage. Actually, Ingage back the other way. They're trying to pin down Gengar 100, and they're unable to, but they did buy time for Cram to get out and caused enough traffic there. So, I mean, GoGo Esports covering each other's backsides here very well.
Yeah, great eject button by Yeti as well on this Cramorant to dodge all of that big burst of damage, and now they're level 6 and looking quite strong. However, Gengar level 100 is going to match that, does take the blue buff, and now we got a big engage happening right now.
Ceruledge caught by the best ability in the game, Electro Web. Meanwhile, I think it's Khepri that goes down on the Umbreon. Tetsuyan's low. They grab that speed berry. They're going to get out of dodge here. And now Cramorant just trying to eye up Johnny Noms, whichever number, and get back to their side of the map here.
All right, player numbers is going to defend their goal zone, try to keep Ravage pocketed for the time being. Not as superstar level of a start to game number 2 as they had at game number 1. I think they were level 10 or something at this point in the game, in last game.
Ridiculous.
So Ceruledge stopped a little bit. Clearly, GoGo Esports has found a bit more momentum. It's been a pretty exciting lineup so far. Ceruledge versus Cramorant in the secure race. And this is a Surf Cramorant. Very interesting. Surf Hurricane.
Yeah, but Electro Ball coming through up top, they're able to sort out the Ceruledge quickly, maybe finding a recipe to success here between these three players. This Pikachu and this Greninja are moving very well in tandem. Karo making it happen here as they're able to just surf on through and get a KO.
Very cool tech by Tetsuon to lower the Buttlebee so that they get a surf reset off of it to close the gap and get that chase and get the Blissey knockout. Like that a lot, but it is the Cramorant taking the Regirock despite having a Chandelure in range.
We do have an imprisoned Chandelure, which can cause some problems to GoGo Esports on some players like the Cramorant or, you know, the Greninja if it surfs on through and steps up. KO streak of 2 here for Gengar 100. They're starting to pick up some steam. Meanwhile, Ceruledge cannot get out from under this Greninja, and that Greninja is moving and grooving. Biggest thing on the lobby.
Okay, Tetsuon. I mean, Tetsuon playing what I like to call the no cowards here build with the Rapid Fire Scarf, Muscle Band, Scope Lens, X Attack Greninja, no full heals to speak of, no weakness policy, nothing like that. It's all in all the time, and I think when you're going to try to play Greninja in competitive, you sort of have to. It doesn't really last very long, so you're here for a good time, not for a long time when you're playing Greninja.
Hell yeah, I agree 100%. Now we just need to see Tetsuon pop off. We have a Cramunite that has a lot of targets in its purview here. Really bringing them back as that Umbreon Bliss Assistant sits on top, but immediately poached by the big-time Umbreon Unite. We're dancing in the moonlight. Call it a prance out of the Umbreon. Everybody's getting eviscerated on the Dream Eaters, and they're wondering what the hell happened between Game 1 and 2. GoGo Esports found some life.
Why? Okay, there was a Chandelure Unite move. I have to imagine they used it to blind and then ran away. That's why we saw the laser at the end. I'm not too sure what was happening there, but Johnny Nom's obviously not going to get any impact, but now it's Ravage's turn to join the fray. Yeti will go down. That is the second KO they've earned off this team fight, and it will be GoGo Esports rallying back, but still, major W in their books. They were able to, 1, defend the goal zone, and 2, turn that team fight completely in their favor to start things off.
Yeah, Tetsuon level 11, right? Now they're the ones that are going to be bullies. They're the ones that are gargantuan. They just need to move like Dream Eaters did in Game 1. Get Kara with you. Get Elo Poppy with you. And start ripping through this opposing team. They can't keep up with what you're doing.
Yeah. Also, you mentioned it, amazing Moonlit Prance on that Umbreon. I love watching good Umbreon players play this game, but they timed that so well, especially in the face of a Cramorant Unite move. All those shields could really stifle the Cramorant's Unite, that Gulping Gatling Missile, bring it down to basically nothing, but great response.
Nice Unite by Kara to bring through the Pikachu. Pops their Unite as well. Elo Poppy looking for more. They're looking for a score, actually. And the stuns are happening. Tetsuon surfing, hanging 10. But that is too many bodies when you hang that many. 3 players down instantly. Dream Eaters crash landing just to getting buckled. Realizing that they're not the ones that are getting it done here. Electro Ball rips through. Tons of sustain out of this Slowbro. And they're actually able to make the magic happen for the Dream Eaters and stymie this push.
And they gotta run, though. That's a full HP Ceruledge with a Blissey and a Slowbro backing it up. So, not exactly a team fight you want to take if you were off balance or ill-prepared. So they are going to rally back instead. That is a Regishield over to the side of Dream Eaters, though.
We are into the mix. I mean, we just popped a couple Unite moves here. Umbreon looking for a target. Ceruledge half HP, dip diving, and we got a 50 banger going in the back. Nice little pickup from the Surf Cram as they're going back through. Wow. Okay, GoGo Esports have found it, my friend. They are looking good, and they're having some fun.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Doomstacks. Like, it feels like they are vibing right now on the map. Tetsuon might not get their iconic Zeraora, but they're playing Surf Greninja in the year 2023. We're in 2023, right? Uh-oh, move lock on him might doom that one, but a Wish heal at a perfect time. Again, yo, Khepri on this Umbreon is absolutely crushing it.
Yeah, I've also been incredibly impressed by Elo Poppy's Pikachu, too.
Yeah,
really just isolating down target after target. These Unite moves are being used on cooldown. There's no hesitation or reservation here. Look at Tetsuon looking at their targets. They're eyeing up. They're going straight in. They surf. They can't reset on a target, and they actually get surfed back the other way, but we're still scrapping in the middle. Khepri finally goes down, and so does Elo Poppy, which means Tetsuon has no support, and they go down, and all of a sudden, we're looking at this Cram. Yeti's like, wait, I thought everybody was just here. What happened? Kara and them are going to be responsible for babysitting this goal zone, and if I were them, I'd just give it up on the plus 10 there, because they are not going to like what's going to happen if this team keeps pushing forward.
I like the preventing Gengar level 100 to take the score, though. To get that 50 off, force the Chandelure to score with a less amount of points. You obviously have a gigantic score lead. Let's keep it that way. So really, really good call there. Elo Poppy wants a bit more as Johnny Moms is left alone defending this goal zone. Player there to quickly rotate, but that is a goal zone break as Elo Poppy dunks some and then dunks on the Blissey.
Elo Poppy saying, me and Yeti got this sorted out. Kara's got our back, and they're getting quick KOs, which is nice. 306 to 93. Under 10 seconds till Ray Zoinks, and GoGo Esports has all this momentum in game 2.
Man, what a flip of the momentum it has been, too. I mean, completely different scene than in game number 1. Even a different start to this final team fight. Great positioning. There was no kind of lackadaisical stuff around a Reggie in the early team fight. So now at 2 minutes, it's a good defensive positioning. Khepri going to give it up, though. They do not want to get their KO traded too early, or do not want to have their own Unite force too early, but they're still going to play forward for vision, but with a good exit strategy as well.
They somehow let the Dream Eaters into the middle here, so now they're going to have to pivot and adjust. We're chucking at the Rayquaza just a little bit, but we haven't quite engaged yet.
Yeah, Umbreon, of course, wants to save their Unite move. I think it's more so they just don't want their Greninja to get caught out. That is the major factor in this team fight. Also, watch out for Chandelure. When they blind a Cramorant, Cramorant will not be able to hit a single target with their Unite move. So a very, very important interaction might go down in this next team fight.
A lot of dancing back and forth, but nobody willing to engage here. Nice little surf. Cramionite's going to kick off the action, sending everybody scrambling. Oh, huge shuriken to the middle. Eats up the Venusaur instantly. Can't even get off the Verdant Anger. Now we have the Chandelure Unite back the other way, picking up a bunch of targets. Khepri's on the run, and Tetsuyan hasn't even gotten to the mix. They popped their Unite move and wasn't able to follow up on anybody. We've got the Rayquaza getting worked on, but Tetsuyan sees all these targets. Blitz assistance at the perfect time. They cut off Tetsuyan and cut off Khepri. Khepri's now spaced out. 4 players down, and it's just Kara and Khepri. The support core are going to have to step in and try to make some magic happen. No, it's Ceruledge for the Dream Eaters, but they still got a lot of work to do, Zoinks.
All right, they got a lot of work to do, but they got Hundo Burkers at the ready. Now they got the Ray Shields to help those happen as well. 193, one more score will chase that up. Phantom Force with a quick approach, and they will make it in. Avoid all that crowd control before you get to the goal zone. That is pitch perfect from Ceruledge. Johnny Nom's going to get there. Dunks in as well. Players got more to give, but not very much Ray Shield left. So, with only 12 seconds remaining on the clock, it will be Dream Eaters in not 1 but 2 games in a row, shutting down GoGo Esports.
We are breaking the land speed record here at Unite Mike's Mayhem of getting through this event. Even if the next one's best of 3, I think we'll be done 4 hours earlier than last week. So,
shout out Tiny Mike.
Shout out Tiny Mike! That's, I just feel lighter, right? There's less holding me down now, Zoinks, because of just the miniature stature of this tiny microphone. Let's take a look at these numbers here because they're definitely worth mentioning. I really, really liked what GoGo Esports was doing 100%. In this game. And it's truly a bummer. I mean, look at Kara's game on Hoopa, and it 17? Makes me wonder, why do you, I don't know much about this player, but I'll tell you what, if they have the skill expression that they just showed with Hoopa, I don't know why you put them on Comfy, even if, it's because, I mean, it wasn't even like a Comfy composition that they were kind of rocking with. So I loved their Hoopa play here. I think they played incredibly well. They were really helping Yeti, Elo, and Tetsuyan kind of pop off.
For sure.
And can we talk about Khepri's Umbreon, please?
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was so good.
Yeah, Khepri was putting on an absolute showcase of Umbreon gameplay. I love this on perfectly timed Unite moves. Also going with the foul play, which I'm a pretty big fan of. It is quite strong. I actually thought that second hit of foul play might take away the Rayquaza, but...
Oh, I thought so too. It was so close.
Yet again, I mean, it's Ravage on this Ceruledge that I feel like was the difference maker. I was watching that team fight go down. I was like, okay, there's a little bit of ground taken here by Dream Eaters and a decent engage. Cramorant Unite move. The Slowbro Unite move was really solid to respond and shut them down for a moment. But then I look around and Ceruledge is still at full HP. And I'm like, all right, well, listen, if we used all of our big weapons, we aimed the warheads at the enemy team, and Ceruledge is still standing, this is going to be a tough look for the next couple of minutes, and I think Ravage just showcased why this Pokemon is super strong right now, and why they are a player that everybody should be watching. I'm excited to see them in the next game, Dupes Next, because coming up in just a few minutes, we are going to have our grand finals of tonight with Orange Juicers and a regional champions against the young upstarts of Dream Eaters. I don't know their age, but I am very excited to see this matchup. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to be there. Dupes Next is going to be there. Most importantly, Tiny Mike is going to be there. We'll be right back.